When you think about it, I believe that we overestimate the result of activity and we underestimate the result of genuine productivity. Because at a certain point, we have to ask ourselves, has my life so far garnered me the desired result? If the answer is no, specifically, I would contend that the same activities aren't going to give us a different result, right? More so, same shit, different day. So instead of using the default systems that we have based on previous notions, we have to transition that energy and put that energy into actually reprogramming our brain. You see, the brain is literally just a computer. And just like sometimes your computer needs an update, sometimes in the brain, we have to update the software so that we can fix the bug. When we update our software to fix the bugs, what this allows us to do is literally compute our desired outcomes simply by computing our own brain. But when we do this, not only does this allow us a different level of efficiency with our focus, but this also diminishes the expenditure of energy on the incorrect behaviors. And what that does is that leaves us with more energy to spend on the proper behaviors that will generate the desired outcome. This starts with realizing that you have a superpower that you're literally not even using. Now, in short, what this is our imagination. As human beings, we're literally born with something that no other animal on planet Earth has, and that's the ability to see something long before it actually happened. And so when we visualize a certain thing, our brain literally doesn't even know the difference. Let's dive in a little bit deeper. Let's nerd out here for a second. As human beings, we have in the back of our brain what's called an RAS, a Reticular Activating System. What this is this is a neural pathway that actually connects our brainstem with our spinal cord. The purpose of this is, this does many things, right? This mediates consciousness, this filters information based on your current beliefs, which is massively important in today's day and age, right? We're absolutely drowning in information, but we're starving for knowledge. And guess who programmed it? Ding, 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 you did. Our brain absolutely loves to see things that we agree with. We love to read things that we agree with. If our brain didn't have this filter, we would literally just way too much information out in the world for us to be able to take in everything. So not only does our brain love to take in information that we agree with, but this is called a confirmation bias. When we choose to believe something, our brain actually seeks out evidence of said belief. And so we're taking in constantly things that are supporting what it is that we visualize, our certain belief patterns and things like that. And so most individuals are not understanding the power of this visualization. When you consistently visualize something every single day, like I said previously, our brain doesn't understand the difference. And so what happens is when we consistently do that, we start to build a belief pattern. And so a lot of us, most of us, we operate through memory, and we don't realize that there's a switch that we can flip where we can start to operate through imagination. When you operate through memory, what we're going to get is the same outcome that we've been consistently getting. You're operating through what's previously happened. When we operate through imagination, this is when we can begin to change the outcome because we're switching our belief pattern. So all you have to do is, spend 1 minute, even 30 seconds every single morning, just visualizing the exact scene that it is that you see, and your brain will start to believe it. All you have to do is see that vivid scene and see exactly how you felt. Imagine, all of your senses. What are you tasting? What are you smelling? What are you seeing? How exactly does that feel? And your brain will dip into a confirmation bias. I've done this in my life for the last 8 or 9 years. Every day I used to imagine opening my first business, and eventually that happened. Every day I used to imagine opening my second business, and eventually that happened. Now I'm at a point in my life where every single day I wake up and I imagine selling out the Madison Square Garden and people coming from all over the earth just to hear me speak. I tell myself every single morning, you better aspire to inspire before you expire. And this creates a positive trigger for me. And all day, my brain is literally seeking out evidence. How am I going to do that? When am I going to do that? What's going to be necessary in order for me to do that? And through utilizing that confirmation bias and consistent visualization, you can literally visualize and attack every single goal that you have. But you have to understand that you were born with this superpower, and you have to work it every single day. And when you work that thing every single day, things will slowly start to change. You'll start to change your belief pattern. You'll start to enhance the narrative that you have about who you are, what you're capable of, what your future looks like. And all of a sudden, your whole life is different, and you're actually successful now, and you're happy with where you are just because you changed the things that you believed in the first place.